John Moses Fight Stories here with my boy Tyler Morrison and our guest today, Big D, which we'll get into in 1 second. We're in Boston, here for the Boston Comedy Festival. Me and Tyler we're here, fucking laying it down. And last night we were watching the show, and one of our favorite acts, it was Big D from that show.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Yeah. And of course, he didn't get through the first round. They got that wrong. A lot of times they get it wrong in these festivals, but we're getting it right today, baby.
yeah. I don't see anyone else here.
That's right.
Hey, I don't see anybody. The motherfuckers made it through. That's why.
They're worried about their career still.
Yeah, that's
They think they still got a career.
They think this means something. Yeah, so we're in Boston here with Big D. Me and Big D got a mutual friend, Jonathan Gates. Shout out to Jonathan Gates. I have told the story of me running out of Slades as I was encircled by some jail dude and four of his friends. I've told that at least twice on this podcast.
Tell it again.
So here's what happened. I will say this for Big D, but first of all, let's introduce Big D. Big D, thanks for being on the show, dude.
I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate
Great
you.
shit last night. We were in the back of the room laughing, looking at each other like, yeah.
And I appreciated that because I'm gonna be honest. As a comic, I don't watch comics do shit. I get on stage, I'll be like, I gotta go smoke some weed or something.
Yeah.
But
You're selfish.
yeah, I am. I totally am. But sometimes I'll sit back and if I hear something or whatever, like it strikes me, I'm like, whoa, shit. Like,
Yeah.
and there was a few acts last night that I was like, this is good. But I appreciate y'all sitting back and even listening. I know Tyler was over there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
The venue, you could hear the train going overhead. So if you're bombing, you really hear that.
You
fucking
hear that
train. Yeah. Yeah, it's no good. But like when you're killing, you're killing when you can't even hear the train.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
that's what was happening during your set. Everyone, there was some other good sets, but I don't think
Yeah.
there was anyone where we didn't notice the
Yeah,
train.
you were saying one thing, and I don't even know if you were doing it on purpose or not, but it was fucking cracking me up. And I don't even think I'm going to say it right, but like, so first of all, the festival's at City Winery, right?
yeah,
so already maybe it's going to be a little snooty.
Hoity-toity.
A little hoity-toity, right?
It definitely was.
And Big D's bringing the streets to the stage a little bit. But so they're in there, and you were like, I see all you motherfuckers with your, and it's a charcuterie board, I think.
Yeah, charcuterie board.
Charcuterie. See, I don't even know. I don't even know the.
I just say charcuterie, but
You were saying. I thought you were saying charcuterie.
Charcuterie. A
Charcuterie board, and that was just fucking making me laugh so hard, dude.
They eating charcuteries and shit, thinking they special.
And you were like, yo, you get Lunchables on a 2x4.
Yeah, it's like, you guys
and you're paying $25 for it or whatever it
paying
was.
$40 for some fucking shit that niggas in jail eat for nothing. You know what I'm saying? They got Slim Jims and crackers and shit. Who the fuck y'all think y'all better than, man?
That's right. They're cutting a Slim Jim with a fork and knife.
Like, fuck out of here. It's like she got a lighter with a Slim Jim just heating it up and shit.
Yeah.
Jail style. I'm like, yo, fuck y'all. Huh?
Yeah.
Don't look at me judging me and shit. Because it's like, I'm sitting on stage and like, the ladies are just looking at me like, are you going to make me laugh? I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Eat your fucking little cheeses and shit.
Yeah.
That was the most important part of the set, really, because they were uptight and they were a little bit, I guess, pretentious, and that just cut right through them like a knife.
And it's Boston comedy. It's like, yo, we're in the Boston Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
Everybody's up there being safe.
Yeah,
It's like, be dangerous. I made a joke about Governor Healy. I probably shouldn't have. But whatever.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was good. Which is why you're here today. Which is why
I appreciate you.
Which is why we appreciate you coming down. But back to the Slades. Debacle. So I had headlined Slades a few times, and I was there with my boy Dino. So I'm there, and you remember the old guy working the door? Did he pass away recently?
No. He's still the deaf guy.
Yeah.
He's
so the
still
old
there.
deaf dude's there. Dude,
shit sounds crazy already.
I know. And you know how black people age.
Oh yeah.
He could be 80 or 120. But he's an old man.
He's old as
you
fuck.
know. And some guy walks in, and he's like, I'm on stage and I'm killing at this moment. And he walks in, and I can see him giving the dude a hard time. And like, dude's probably I'm not a small man, but dude's probably like 6'4", 240, jacked.
Oh yeah.
And so I start lighting him up. I'm like, yo, bro, you gonna fucking violate probation over fucking $10? I go, fucking pay the $10, bro. And he starts coming toward the fucking stage, like walking toward the stage. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, my only chance is to bet that he's betting. I get so animated, I'm standing up. My only thing is to bet that he's betting that I'm just like a whack white dude.
Oh yeah. He's not. He don't.
Yeah.
Realize.
So I'm like, I'll just punch through him and then keep going. You know what I mean? Like I'll run out the fucking door because he was big. So, but as he's approaching the stage, I'm killing, so I can't stop. Now.
Right. Okay.
You know, I'm lighting him up, and then but the crowd's so on my side. They're like, "Sit down, man, sit down." So he finally goes back and sits down. I steer the ship. My heart's pounding, and every once in a while, I'm going back and I'm zinging him, just within the set, fucking with him, zinging him, and he's getting amped in the back. And I can see one point, Jonathan goes over to him. And Jonathan was the marshal in that room, right?
Yeah,
He'd always be like, yo, you motherfuckers. But he's not saying motherfuckers, right? He's like, you ignorant motherfuckers. It's a comedy show. And, shut the fuck
crying
up.
over John Moses' black Jonathan Gates voice right there. You crying motherfuckers.
Yo, so... But I see Jonathan, and I don't hear it because it's the back of the room. But I see Jonathan go up to him and be like, "Yeah, read him the riot act like I've seen him do so many times." And then I just see that dude fucking lean in and say something, and then this is the first time I've ever seen Jonathan kind of back up a little bit, and I was like, "I'm on my own." So,
protection is gone at this point.
Yes,
oh yeah,
dude.
We need Haitian barbecue at this point to save us right now.
So I'm, all this. You know how it is when you're on stage, dude. All of this is going on in my head mentally.
You're like Terminator. You have to assess the room. You're just scanning every motherfucker.
Yeah, because you don't know what threat is coming from which angle.
So now, but also, you're thinking about this while you're performing and doing what you got and doing the job. So at one point, I see another guy start snaking toward the stage, and I looked and I go, whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't realize he was with people. I go, are you trying to snuff me right now? And he went, yeah, you got me. You got me.
He was so honest.
Yo,
That's
dude.
so funny.
He's like, yeah. And then my boy Dino was there. I go, yo, Dino, don't let that motherfucker get closer than you are. And
right.
So I'm going, maybe I could have got out of there without an altercation, but at the end of the show, like as I'm closing out, I forget what I said, but I zing him 2 more times. And I'm like, woo, if you want to see me again, I'll be outside fighting the Predator in the parking lot. John Moses. He had these big, long dreads, right? So for the first time in the history, and maybe the last time in the history of Slades, Jonathan gave me my money as I was getting off stage. He was like,
that's powerful in the black room.
Yeah.
If the promoter hands you that money, as soon as you get off stage, he's like, look, nigga, take your losses and go home.
You gotta go.
Dude, every other time it's like 12 o'clock at night. I'm still gonna drive back to New York, whatever it is. But he gave me that money, and I was like, okay. And then so I get off, and my friend was like, yo, man, we got to get out of here. I'm like, yo, fuck that. I'm selling merch.
That's what I'm talking about. John Moses is a true ginger. Are you kidding me? He said, fuck that shit. My fault, brother. We're going to sell fucking merch. And that's what the fuck you do. Fuck the bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen comics go on stage and really be on some shit. Like there was a guy that came up there and he bombed. He said he did a lesbian joke. Immediately, as soon as he did the whole fucking club turned on him.
Tightened up.
I thought he was gonna get killed. He goes, I got it on me, and stayed in the fucking club the whole time.
Yeah.
Jimmy Martinez.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking nuts.
Oh, Jimmy Martinez.
Jimmy Martinez.
His name comes up all the time.
On this podcast.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
We've never met. I've never met. You know him.
Yeah, I know Jimmy.
He's a cool dude.
I
walked
know.
up to him after. I thought the shit was funny. He was arguing with this lesbian chick.
But he'll take it to 11.
Oh, he took it to 1,000. And after he threatened everybody in the club, he stayed in the club after he bombed. So he bombed. He leaned into the bomb, start going. I thought this shit was hilarious. I love destruction. I love shit like that. And
Okay, a little chaos.
just a little paprika. John, listen, John. This motherfucker is tapped. But I like that type of shit because he kept his cool enough where nothing popped off.
Yeah.
But I'm not that person.
So now, mind you, I've been in plenty of altercations. Just 2 weeks before that Boston incident, I was in Staten Island, and some guy was like, "I'll see you outside," and I was like, "Yeah, you will." And then I was outside waiting for him. I had my hands up as he walked by with his boys, and I was like, "What happened?" But that was not this room. So I'm sitting there, like, selling CDs or something, and then I see dude, and then the guy was trying to snuff me, and then I see two other dudes.
Oh no!
And the circle's getting tight on me. I'm like, "Oh my God, are they swarming me right now?" I turned around and went, "Fuck it, I'm out." And I ran.
No!
I ran to the car, dude. And the bouncer was like, "You ain't got to run, motherfucker."
hey, better safe than sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So,
Live to fight another day.
But shout out to Jonathan Gates. That was the last time I did Slades. Slades, great run
Yeah, I
here in
took my
Boston. You
my
got to
glass
mention
to-
Slades,
yeah.
dude.
Slades is legendary. He ended up moving. He was at Slades, I think, for 14 years or something.
God, it was longer than that.
Yeah, it had to be
Definitely
longer than that.
I think at least 20. But I bet you it's approaching, because I've been doing comedy I did probably Slades for the first time. I bet you 2003, 4, 5. So it's got to be longer than that.
Yeah, it has to be. Because he just moved from Slaves to the Carver Den. It's on Talbot Ave now.
Okay, cool.
It's a bigger space, which is cool. You don't have to fight for parking.
Okay, cool.
And they got security, but the security is old as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Carver Den, so
Yeah.
But
Oh,
whatever.
good. I'm glad it's still going on. I thought
Yeah.
it just ended, and I was like, oh man, that's a real era.
It's still going on. I was just
Okay,
there
cool.
Wednesday. Fucking nuts.
Oh, good. Oh shit. You know what? I should have hit him and got it in a night early and popped by Slade.
Yeah, he definitely. That would have been. I would have been fucking crying, man. I love that type of shit.
Yeah. All right. So you were saying, Jimmy Martinez stayed in the club and kept his cool. That's definitely not you. So let's just get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you want to hear?
So
lean me in
we
the
talked
direction
about
you
it.
wanna
We were
go.
like, when you sent the message, you're like, "Oh man, you guys are talking about fight stories." Like, man, I've been in a fight every year for 34 years.
34 years. I think the last fight I got into was at Anton. I think they call it Anton. I used to run an open mic over there with the Gutter
Okay.
Boys at Anton. I got into the last fight I got into was actually the last fight with a guy.
Yeah.
The last
good
fight with a-
episode.
yeah.
It's gonna be a good episode. That means you got in a fight with a girl.
Yeah, I definitely had to fuck her up. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's no holds bars. I don't give a fuck. This is Boston.
This is the
got
right
to catch it.
podcast.
Yeah, she definitely had to catch it. Nah, you
She
know,
identified as a man, so it's
yeah,
okay.
I mean, well, she definitely did. I mean, I was fucking her, but I would say she identified as a man too. I ain't fuck her often. You know what I'm saying? I would at least not have to have a 30 rack. But anyway, so we was so I used to run this room at Anton. It's right next to Coogan's downtown, and Coogan's is known for their dollar drafts. Anton is right next door. Coogan's is a little bit more classier. Anton is less than that.
Sure.
And it was fucking nuts. So we ran an open mic there, and we would run shows sometimes. So we had a show going on, and this guy and his girlfriend came in, I guess from the Celtics game. He was amped up, he's chilling and shit. They banned Newports in the state of Massachusetts, which they banned menthol cigarettes in the state of Massachusetts. So if
Is that
you got-
because the kids like it because it's minty?
I guess. I
Or
don't
is
know.
just
It was
like a
fucking
race
stupid.
thing?
They first did it in Somerville, and then they just did it in Mass, period.
Crazy.
So in order to, if you got a pack of Newports,
Yeah. Like
you like a motherfucker on Rikers Island. You holding the key to the fucking city.
yeah,
and
it's like
shit.
green gold, baby.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the bar. We all in there and shit. And the show's over. A guy walks in with his girl or whatever. And he's talking and shit. He's like, "Oh, I know you comedian." I was like, "Yeah, that's what's up." And I had a fresh pack of Newports. So I pull out the Newport. I'm about to go outside to smoke. He was like, "Yeah, man, can I get one of those?" I just kept it pushing. Cause I don't know you. I'm not finna just hand you a cigarette. I don't give a fuck where I am. If I'm in the city, You might hand out a cigarette, but after you do that a couple times, somebody's gonna try to take advantage. Nobody's gonna rape me. That's what I equate it to. Like you trying to rape my pockets.
You're not a cigarette sharer.
Right.
All
Cigarettes is $13, $14. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck out of here. And then on the black market, motherfuckers gonna charge you 15. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So the dude asked me for a cigarette. I go outside. I guess he felt some type of way. He comes outside. My boys come outside. We're smoking cigarettes. They're smoking American Spirits. It takes 15 fucking minutes for an American Spirit. I light up my shit. He comes out. He asks me again for a cigarette. I said, my man, I don't got a cigarette for you. He was like, well, fuck you. I was like, it's cool. Him and his girl get in the car. As he's getting in the car door, I help him close the door. And as he's pulling off, I help him on his way.
Give him a little boot.
Give him a little boot to the fucking to the driver's side door. He pulls over the car and instantly jumps out, and I'm with the shits. But unfortunately, I was not thinking. I had on a fucking coat, a hoodie, my backpack strapped tight.
Yeah.
And now this dude's out and it's ready to go. I can't take the fucking backpack off.
You're not freewheeling.
Yeah. So, you know, and I'm built like the Lorax. So, you know, I'm like heavy up top. My legs are skinny as fuck. So now I got the added weight from the book bag, you know what I'm saying, on top of me. So now I'm extra top heavy.
Equilibrium's all fucked up.
All fucked up. Yeah. So, you know, the dude rushes me. As soon as he rushes me, I catch him. And then we're tussling. We fall down. Everything in my backpack falls out. Everything in my pockets falls out. My ass is out and shit. And I'm scrambling. Now my boys is like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop it.
Yeah.
It's my boy Kenny Capozzi. He's an Italian dude from East Boston. And he sounds like a bitch. He's just like, stop it. Guys, stop. I thought it was the dude's girl.
Yeah.
So she comes out of the... So I tumble down. My shit is everywhere. I get up. Me and him are rumbling. His glasses fall off. He's like dodging me, won't let me like get close. So I stomp on his glasses. I was like, fuck you, nigga. You ain't gonna see shit. Stomp on this motherfucker's
I'm 100% doing that.
My brother did that to a guy.
You have to. It's like, fuck you. Like
any weakness, any fucking way to
anything to fuck with you. Like you
anything to fuck with you.
You gonna have a long ride home, motherfucker.
Right.
Stomp on the fucking glasses. His girl starts walking over, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna knock this bitch out. So she comes close to me. I swing, miss, spin around. Now I'm on the fucking ground.
Oh, no.
The guy tries to hit me or whatever. He falls on the ground. We're both on the fucking ground. Yeah. Now I hear my boy going, oh, my God, stop it. You're doing all of this over a cigarette? Is this what you want?
Yeah.
So I'm getting up trying to gather my shit. My boy has my cigarettes and tosses this motherfucker 4 cigarettes.
No.
4 or 5,
That's
I think.
betrayal.
I was steamed. I was pissed.
That's betrayal.
Fucking heated. So I'm fighting.
Kenny did that?
Kenny does this shit.
Fucking
and I was like,
Kenny.
so I'm like, yo.
Kenny.
So I get up.
What do you got to say for yourself?
I get up. The dude comes back or whatever. He leaves. I go over. I was like, man, y'all some bitch ass niggas. Y'all ain't even trying to help me out. If this was Roxbury, we would have jumped this motherfucker. What the fuck was you doing? And why was you screaming like a bitch?
Yeah.
He goes, I'm sorry, but I don't want to see violence. And you know, so the night ends and I lose, I lose my Newports, half of my pack of Newports, and I wouldn't say that was the L.
What did you lose them to? Like they got squished?
No, he gave them away.
He gave your cigarettes
That's what I'm
away.
saying. Kenny gave my
I
fucking
thought he gave you the native. He was giving his own native spirits.
He gave my Newports away.
Kenny.
Is this what
that
you
was the
wanted?
bell.
I said, are you fucking kidding me? I'm fighting out here for some fucking Newports, and you want to give this motherfucker what I'm fighting for?
Yeah.
Kenny's lucky he didn't catch a fade for that.
Oh, he almost did, but he was my ride home, so I couldn't. I couldn't fuck him up. But it was that was one experience just in comedy. You know what I mean? Like I haven't had too many like fights outside of outside of comedy. I've had a shit ton of fights.
Okay.
But this fight was just comedy related.
So, are you any good at fighting? Because that sounded like a disaster.
It was a disaster. I mean, to be truthfully honest with you, I've always been a big kid. So
Yeah.
when it comes to a fight, it usually don't last long.
Yeah.
So If it's a tight space, it's a wrap. Anything open space has never gotten that far.
Right.
Because I make sure that it's over before. It's like I'm gonna slam you. You ever see a gorilla try to fuck a flamingo?
No.
It's definitely an
not.
analogy that we're not allowed to make.
Yeah. right. But I shall definitely. Yeah, so I'm.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, so a gorilla fucking a flamingo is like, like just overpowering a motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
Right.
and
So you've always had that benefit.
Yeah,
And
but
you
I've
haven't
always
had to
been
rely on like really
No
fucking
skill.
being skilled. Right.
And so the real thing is that what people fail to realize is I was an iron worker. These are some of the toughest motherfuckers I've ever met before in my fucking life.
Yeah.
And the average white man in Boston is not a bitch.
Yeah. You know what? It's so funny because we're in Southie right now, and like I was texting this chick, and I was like, I'm in Southie. I go, the whites are starting to gentrify themselves here.
Yo, this is fucking
Yeah. I know. And it's funny to see because like I'm getting a coffee in the morning. Like I see some guy, I'm like, and I see him walking a big dog. I'm like, yo, what up, dude? And he turns around, he's like a little weasel, and it's like I thought the dog was a pit bull, and it's just like some dumb mutt. And I was like, oh yeah, this has changed.
Yeah, shit has definitely changed. It's
But
not
then
the same.
you'd see a bunch of wieners like that, but then you'd see a guy
With a Band-Aid on his nose.
fucking right, dude. I'd
Like
see
this
a
guy could
guy.
be on the pod.
I'd see a guy with steel-toe boots in a Carhartt, and one of his eyes just like a little crooked, and I'm like, that's an original neighborhood guy. I hope he owns and is not renting, Yeah. Or the guy that we saw coming out of the beer store.
That's fucking hilarious.
At 12 o'clock in fucking the afternoon, hauling a pack, and like, oh, that guy looks like a wreck, So you still see the fucking old
Southie's
neighborhood
definitely
lingering.
changed. It's definitely changed out here.
Right.
You know, it's weird. I tell people all the time, man, I miss racism in Boston. Because, for real, it was like, I never came to Southie like that. I was from the South End. You know what I mean?
Oh, so make that because I didn't even know that, and I've been to Boston enough. South End, what, black neighborhood predominantly?
Yeah, predominantly black. That's like Dudley. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the South End area.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Mass Ave. I grew up
And
on
then
Mass Ave.
Southie
It's different.
was like the old white fucking scrappy area.
So when they did like the busing and all the other shit, like Southie did not fuck with, just Irish, you know. And but they're prideful people, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't understand, like people get in like all in their feelings and shit, but it's like, yo, Chinatown got Chinatown, and ain't nobody moving into Chinatown.
Yeah.
They not telling motherfuckers in Chinatown you can't put outside dining and shit. You know what I'm saying? The Italians got the North End. Black people got the South End. White people got South End. It's cool.
Yeah,
but now
that's true. It's like you can have Irish pride, but you can't have white pride.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
like,
what I
fuck
mean?
outta here. It's like
Irish pride, like you're allowed to still have that because like black people got fucking black pride.
oh
of
yeah,
course,
hell yeah,
you know?
of course. So I never understood that shit. But now it's black, white versus the Guatemalans. We out here fighting everybody.
It's a unified front.
Yeah, we
It's
don't
like,
give a fuck.
There's a new invasion.
It's like, because I would tell people all the time, like, there's white people in Boston, but then there's white niggas. It's a big difference.
Yes.
Edit that shit out. But I'm just.
Or we gotta edit out my Chinatown comment.
He's like, edit that shit out. I fucking punched out the girl I was banging, but edit that shit about the white niggas.
Oh, y'all have no idea. No, that bitch bit me.
Oh shit!
Bit a chunk out my stomach.
Oh shit! He still got the scar. I thought that was a
Yeah,
birthmark.
She did me. She
That's
did
not
me
a birthmark.
foul.
That's an abortion mark.
Yeah, it's the C-section scar. Fuck you, me. Yeah, that bitch was. I met this chick online. She it was already up from the jump.
Yeah.
She was from Houston, and I dated her for a little minute. She had a boyfriend that she was in like a domestic shit. Her boyfriend just got locked up. So when I first got with her, she had her own crib and everything. Her boyfriend, he went to jail. All his Jordans was there. We had the same size shoe. So
they were your Jordan.
basically. She was real jealous though. She was real jealous. Like I couldn't really do shit. So she gave me a car. She was like, "Look, just drive the car, take the car." But the car had a tracker on it. So like she would pop up like after shows, like crazy shit. So I invited her to my
How long
family.
ago was this?
This was probably like 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years
Oh,
ago.
okay, so it was like an apple chip or something. She put something in
No. So you could take the OBD readers and just throw it in the car.
Oh, what's an OBD reader?
So like if
Trying to
Like
cover
if you
your
got
tracks.
if you got a fucking like the check engine light comes on, right?
Yeah,
And you got to check it. You go to AutoZone.
yeah.
They have portable ones that you can just plug in.
Oh,
You can
and it
check
plugs into
whatever.
the car, and then you see it on the phone.
But then you can see where the car is. You can track the car and
Oh,
everything.
so greasy.
Yeah.
So this is before. That's
This
a
is
real
before-
distrustful bitch. That's a real distrustful bitch. If you
She-
like, you go to the let me see that AutoZone thing. Like, if you figure that out,
She's a wild motherfucker. See,
Right.
black women are like the feds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
fuck the feds, Homeland Security. Because who the fuck is gonna figure that shit out? She ain't even think of an air tag.
Dude,
or nothing,
that,
you know what I mean?
air tag is like a simple thing. That's like a
She's like, no, we're gonna
that is a level.
we're
of
gonna connect
commitment.
to the car.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I invited her over. So my mom passed away years ago, and that's kind of what started me into comedy. So I still got like a lot of her shit, and I invited this ugly bitch over to the fucking house, you know, because I was dating her at the time. I was depressed.
You're dating this ugly bitch.
Yeah, I mean, nah, because when I first got, so I met her on Tinder. We hooked up the first night.
Yeah.
When she left at like 4. She had to leave at like between 4 and 5. I woke up at 6. She was gone, and I seen like a rag on my fucking on my nightstand, and I thought this bitch like used a baby wipe
Uh-huh.
and shit on herself and left it on my nightstand. It was makeup.
Oh.
So the next couple times we went out, she looked the same, but then all of a sudden it just changed. Like it was all makeup and fake lashes, fake hair, everything. Eyebrows wasn't even hers. I was like, God damn. Then this bitch went crazy, shaved her hair off.
Like, I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Crazy, yes, exactly. But she was 400 pounds. I was going through some shit, man. I was fucked up.
He's looking, Pat. You're
Going through some
Big
shit.
D, use the cattle prod.
So she comes over to the cookout or whatever, and you know,
Of course.
she sees females there. She's getting jealous and shit. I'm like, bitch, that's my cousin. You know what I mean? Like, relax. She comes in my room. She sees a bracelet. She was like, who's the bitch? I'm like, that's my mom's bracelet. She's like, you think I'm fucking stupid? I said, you know what? I'm done with this shit. I'm about to leave. I'm gonna go tell jokes. So I was like, I'm gonna go to an open mic. So I went to Midway Cafe. It's a Sunday night. I had all my shows already done over the weekend. So I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna get out the house and tell some jokes. She was like, no, I'll drive you. Because I was wasted. I was like, I'm gonna take an Uber. She goes, no, I'll drive you. We get over there, we're in the car. She goes, yeah, so you think I'm fucking stupid. Who's the bitch? I said, look, man, I'm not going through this shit with you. We're outside of an open mic. I mean, there's bookers there, people that book people. They go to the open mic sometimes, chill out. Most of my comedy buddies, they'll hang out, you know, just for the hang. They're outside. They see me arguing with this Tonka tank, like just like built like a Tonka truck. You just, you know what I mean? You ever
Like Artie Rob's Escalator.
What's
RIP.
the Despicable Me looking motherfuckers? The Minions, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Little short bitch. So,
Built like a stick of deodorant.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
The round one.
Yeah.
So she gets out the car. I get out the car and shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? As a matter of fact, so she grabs my phone, and I was like, look, man, I'm not finna do this shit with you. I grabbed the phone back, and she goes, fuck you, nigga. 2 pieces me in the face. My eyes are bleeding. I was like, this bitch is strong. She had rings on and shit. I like to wear rings. She wear rings and shit. She stole me in the face. My eyes is bleeding. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I grab her hands. When I grab her hands, this little bitch was like, you hurt me. I was like, bitch, my eyes is bleeding. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm grabbing her hands. We fall up against a fence. Now, when we fall up against the fence, everybody is still outside just looking. White people don't do shit. Somebody goes, Big D, are you okay? I'm like, bitch, help. I'm holding this bitch's arms. And while I'm holding her, she latches onto my stomach.
With her mouth. She
With
bites
her
you.
mouth.
That's the
She
she
bites
you.
hard as shit. And when she bit me, I dropped to my knee because it just, like, the pain. Like, it's just like, I wasn't ready for that shit. Like, who the fuck bites somebody on their stomach?
There's a different type of feeling when a bite is involved because, like, you can brace for a punch,
Yeah.
but if you get a bite, like, it's just there's like
You're not expecting that.
there's a visceral feeling where you're
Yeah.
like trying to get away.
So as soon as she bit me, I'm squeezing onto her arms, like trying to stop this bitch from punching me in the face. So I drop to my knees. She falls down. I try to lift back up, and she's still holding on to my fucking stomach like a pit bull.
She's got the lockjaw.
So I'm like, look, I'm like, bitch, get off of me. So I donkey punched her. like a deep donkey punch too.
Yeah, like a Kong.
Yeah, and when I hit this bitch, I hit her like right in the forehead.
Oh.
And she said, and did not let go.
Oh my God.
So I donkey punched her again. And then again. And then so I donkey punched her like 3 times or whatever, and she finally let go. And then I walked from Jamaica Plain to Milton. And when she got to my house, she told my family, she was like, he beat my ass. And he fucked me up and all this other shit. Now, mind you, I shouldn't say this as a fat man, but I had on Spanx that night. I know that's some wild shit. I know I shouldn't be walking around as a grown-ass man with a body shaper on, but I got titties. They need to stay down. You know what I'm saying? It makes the shirts glide a little better. They fit a little better.
Did she penetrate the
she
Spanx?
penetrated the Spanx.
Damn.
That's like an extra skin.
Yeah.
So now I got this big-ass keloid shit on my stomach. This bitch done broke through the skin and everything. And, yeah, she tried to... you know, everybody was like, yo, I know you, like, you're fucking tapped. Like, why would you even fuck with this bitch? And, you know, I ended up going back over our house that night. You know what I'm saying?
And fucking.
Yeah. Because that's black love.
Oh,
you know
I was
what
about
mean?
to say, dude, I didn't know this was a love story.
No, that was. But I did not
This
love
is
the
fight
bitch.
stories. This is
I
a
just
love
needed her car. That's what I needed her car. I mean, I don't fuck with her now. You know what I'm saying? And,
That's good, man.
I mean, before I came here, I was in a domestic. I was.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking. Nah, but
Yo, dude, it's too bad it's so late in the year because this totally could have been the Valentine's Day episode.
a lover's quarrel. Nah, yeah, I mean, and that's like, I mean, since I've been up here or whatever, I haven't really had no mix-ins with anybody.
Right.
I've had people, you know, think I was threatening them or trying to do shit to them, but I never did anything. Now, as a kid, like, you know, that's when the shit was.
Right, exactly.
That's when you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, yeah. You're not thinking about the law. You're not thinking about, you know, work tomorrow. You're not thinking about your
You ain't
knee.
thinking about none of that shit. You just fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's when you become solid in who you are, right?
Yeah, yeah. People still recognize that shit, man. You know, I think people still recognize that that dormant, lying, like that just quiet.
We're all the
fucking
beasts. Look,
storm,
last night Tyler
know?
was like, "Hey man, there was a dude heckling in the fucking crowd. As soon as we get there, he's heckling, and it's my boy. We done did a bunch of crazy shit together. He's a
Okay.
real estate guy. He's super pussy." Tyler was like, "Look, if this motherfucker comes up to me one more time."
Is that the guy?
Because me and Tyler was just talking, and he just
Yeah.
walks up. He's like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Was that celebrity chef guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you almost got fucking smacked.
Yeah. You were like, buddy,
Hey,
you're done.
You got dismissed.
Yeah,
You should have seen his face though. I was like, I seen that inner warrior in you.
Yeah.
That bottom lip started quivering and shit.
Dude,
I was like,
you
oh,
just see a little fire in the
yeah. I was like,
eyes,
oh,
you
that's
know?
The switch.
yeah. It was a
goes
switch.
off.
Yeah.
It was definitely a switch. I said, oh, professional Tyler's out the door right now. This is really fight stories. He's about to fuck this dude up, man.
Yeah.
And the dude probably would have liked it too. He'd have been like, oh,
Half hard.
yeah. He's one of those. He's one of those.
Yeah.
Like
He was a weird guy. I don't like weird energy like that.
yeah, he
coming
does.
around
He
me.
definitely has weird energy. I did a show at the Golden Banana, and he.
What a place to meet a weirdo.
You don't
Yeah, so
say.
I do so we did a comedy show at the Golden Banana. It's Lenny Clark, Christine Hurley.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild. He's there and he's with his boy, and his boy is like, they were cool. Then all of a sudden, he comes to me. He's like, I need help. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So the dude, I guess, fucked him up in the bathroom.
Oh. Because he's being a weird motherfucker, dude.
You know what he had? He had gimp energy. There's a guy in Toronto who's a comic, who's an actual gimp, like in the box,
Hold on.
zipper
With the
mask.
zip mouth and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. And he'd come on and do the show, Casting Couch, Rob Mayhew's show that we would always host.
Yeah.
And he'd come on as a comic, but he puts out the same weird energy. Nice guy,
Yeah.
but I don't feel comfortable
yeah,
around.
yeah,
like
yeah,
they're
yeah.
just that, you know, I could beat the fuck out of this guy, but I don't feel comfortable around his energy.
Yeah, I don't want to be around that type of weird ass energy.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to deal with certain type of shit, and you know, motherfuckers that be acting like they want to fuck you or do some weird shit, or they're overtly sexual or whatever all around you and shit, talking about bitch. I'm like, nigga, you gonna get the fuck away from me with this weird
I wasn't
shit.
catching a gay vibe from him. I was just catching a
Not
weird
gay,
vibe.
but just weird.
Yeah,
Just weird.
uncomfortable.
Like a motherfucker's like, hey, man, hey, those are some nice socks.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, get the fuck up. What the fuck is up with you, bro?
You're like, you get one of those.
Getting
and
too
then it's
familiar,
like,
too.
Yeah. Motherfucker want to touch your nipple and shit. Hey, hey.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know you. And, like, he came in and he's trying to be funny. I'm just like, I don't know if he's trying to be funny or what. Like, I'm just, or
But that's
if
what
he's
I
trying
said.
to
Is
clown
that a
on me.
comic?
I'm like, buddy, you don't know who the fuck you're talking to here. Like, we can
Yeah.
go either fucking which way, I'll destroy you.
Right.
Fucking
That's
move
definitely
on.
a fact. I'm not gonna lie, y'all both gave me that. Y'all both gave me that vibe. John Moses definitely looked like he fight for a hobby. Like just like, hey man, if you don't just go outside.
He goes 0 to 60 pretty fucking quick.
No, it's not.
I mean, it's been a long time, but it's always there.
It's always there. It's not ever gonna go away.
I'm a controlled rage. Like, I mean, I came close right before Christmas. I was doing a show in Belleville at this. It's a barn that they have like weddings and events in, but it's awesome for comedy. We do shows there all the time, and there's this chick there. It's what it is. It's like 3 companies got together and did their Christmas parties together. So they teamed up and then they hired they got my buddy to book a comedy show for the Christmas party. So it worked out in one way because, you do a corporate Christmas party, and if it's just one group, if they turn on you, you lose the whole room.
Right.
But this one was just one of the companies. There's 2 other companies that loved me. So like I was doing well, and I was killing on the show. But I'm doing this bit about, I think it was about my grandma dying, and then I just hear this broad fucking yipping off. I just hear that shit. And I don't like that sound right away. I just hone in on that.
Immediate.
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on? What's wrong? Someone's like, her grandma just died. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. She's like, yeah, maybe if you're fucking funny about it. I'm like, oh, okay. Now it's fucking time.
Matter of fact, where's your husband at so I can fuck him up?
Yeah. Well, that was after. So I just say, I go, listen, I'm really sorry that your grandma passed away, but listen, lady, you have to understand this. There's a lot of people in the room whose grandmas have also, passed away. I just didn't realize that
The rest of us.
I didn't realize that your grandma was so much better at dying than everyone else's fucking grandma. Cue the fucking beer throw. She throws a full tall boy can of Moosehead beer, and it's flying. It's like I don't even know if it was open.
Moosehead.
Yeah, that's a Canadian beer if you ever heard one.
That shit sounds
You've
like
got
a heavy
little bit of-
lager, dude.
You got some Moosehead from that fucking 400-pounder.
Rocky and Bullwinkle, baby.
And the beer's coming at my head, and I do like a sidestep matrix style, and it just misses it, but it hits the backboard right where my head was, and it falls on the ground. Usually I'll catch that shit and drink it stone cold style.
Like that chicken went viral.
Yeah, and so it just missed my head, and I stop and I go, I look and I realize who it is. This lady is dressed in spandex, like a tight, like skin tight zebra print dress. She's trying to be the hot chick at the party, but she's sitting beside like the hottest chick in the room.
Yeah.
So I go, oh, looks like someone's upset. She's the ugliest broad at her table. Fucking place goes wild, and she's not happy.
Yeah.
I go, yeah, that beer can missed, just like that stupid fucking zebra outfit.
Did that fucking thing?
Yeah.
There is nothing like some unsettling event like chucking a beer and just fucking sidestepping it and keep fucking
Just so
and playing
calm.
cool, dude.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
I was
total
so
winner.
calm.
I take it this happens
In
frequently.
control.
Total winner. Exactly, dude.
John's like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
yeah, I'm used to this
Exactly.
shit. It's
I
nothing.
hit both those lines just uncanny. Just, fucking Val Kilmer tombstone in the pocket.
These are why we have to record every
I
fucking
know,
show with
I know.
video, bro.
That's
it
right.
pissed me off. I didn't have that on, recorded, and then I hear
What?
Yeah, and then we wasn't recording that night, and then I go. After that, like everyone's cheering, right? I go, get these fucking animals out of here.
And the zebra print.
And then Chisholm comes over and like
Yeah.
they get kicked out.
It's
Geronimo
so
looking
fucking.
bitch
It's like
outta
a
here.
fucking orchestra, dude.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. And then I got into it with the husband, like.
Yeah.
So I see
Oh, right.
I see him staying at the bar after they snuck back into the bar or into the like after they got kicked out.
Oh, they left the show. They was like,
Yeah.
fuck it, we're going to hang and drink.
Oh, they came back in thinking they could just hang out, but like this is my crowd. Like these guys are a lot of my people. So I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah.
So I walk up to the guy. Someone's like, Tyler, that's that chick's husband. He thinks he can come back in here. I'm like, nah, fucking way. So I just lean right up to him at the bar. I go, hey, dude. I'm like, are you the cocksucker? He's like, what? I'm like, yeah.
Are you the cocksucker?
Pretty sure you're the cocksucker, aren't you? He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you're the fucking cocksucker who let his whore of a fucking wife chuck a fucking beer at me. You can't control that fucking cunt.
Little cunt
I'm like,
bitch.
you need to get the fuck out of here. And he's just like all shook up, right? And he's pretending like he's trying to like act as if he wasn't that guy. He was pretending he wasn't him. He was scared. He's a pretty big guy though, but he was
Yeah, but they pussy.
Don't matter, dude.
he was
9 times
pussying
out of
out.
10, nobody wants to fight.
And I was dialed in on this guy.
But also, you were justified.
Yeah, absolutely. But I like telling a guy like that, like you need to control your bitch.
Yeah.
Because he needed to control his bitch.
I love this talk.
And then Chisholm sees it and he comes right in. Now, like he's in it like an attack dog. I kind of backed up because like
Yeah.
other people are,
It's handled.
are all over it, and the guy's getting kicked out. On the other side of the venue, he's like about to walk out the door, and he gives me the finger, but he gives me like the fucking sideways, fucking Eminem, fucking 8 Mile middle finger. I'm like, I'm like, no. You don't get to act tough all the way over there. Get the fuck out of here. You go home.
goofball.
You fucking pussy. Everyone saw you back down.
Yeah.
Go on your way.
See, people talk about their wins, man, and never talk about the losses.
Never talk about the losses. We love losses.
Losses are the funniest.
I got a loss, and I don't know. So I worked. A lot of people don't know this, but I worked with a lot of kids in group homes and respites and shit like that.
Okay. What's a respite?
Respite is basically like if a kid gets taken from the state or whatever, they might be gone for like a couple weeks, so they'll stay there for a couple weeks. But I worked at a group home and a residential treatment and shit.
So it's a respite from their
From
insane fucking
Right.
life. Got it.
Right. So I worked third shift at this residential treatment. Now I came into work, not to work. I came into work to sleep. I had sweats on. I had no drawers. I had I think a jacket and some flip flops. Gold teeth. There was these kids in this unit that was like bugging the fuck out. It's like 3 in the morning. These motherfuckers is out playing basketball. They tell me to go out and go get the kids and tell them to come back in. So I go out, and these kids are from. I'm in Connecticut. These kids are from like Bridgeport.
Yep. Bridgeport's a rough motherfucker.
Waterbury, Hartford, New Haven, and shit.
Hartford's a little tough. Hartford's not a little tough.
Hartford is fucking.
Hartford's tough.
So these kids, they're sitting out there when I'm like, yo, man, y'all gotta put the ball up. He's like, yo, fuck you, fat nigga. off the rip, I was not in counselor mode. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as he said that shit, I was like, yo, who the fuck is you talking to? He said, yo, I'm talking to you. He said, yo, you come over here fucking with me. I'm just trying to play basketball. I said, my nigga, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. These white people want you in the fucking building. You got to go in the building. He said, fuck you. Do your job. I was like, wow. So now I got to do my job. So I take, so they're shooting the basketball and shit. The basketball bounces. I get the rebound. I'm like, and I kick that shit. He was like, fuck you. I was like, yo, fuck you. So then he comes up to me. I was like, yo,
What's
man.
this kid, 18?
Kid's like 18 years.
Good shape?
Yeah, he's definitely good shape. I'm not going to hold you. It was 2 up.
Potential threats.
Definitely threats.
Listen, 18. Remember what Tyson was doing to people at 14? To grown men at 14.
And
Some
these are kids.
18-year-olds
We're scrapping.
Fucking
I
jacked.
scrapped a 36-year-old when I was 18
Dude,
and
when
fucking
most
tuned
of my
him.
shit happened 18,
Yeah.
19. I was a wiry fucking
Yeah,
mess.
you. So these kids, I mean, and I fucked with them. I had relationships with them. They was cool. But what I didn't know, and what we don't know sometimes as adults, is when you're a teenager, a lot of times if a motherfucker's out playing basketball at 3 a.m., he got some shit on his mind. His man was probably there just trying to coach him through some shit or something, and I come through to fuck it up. So I'm on my high. I'm
That's
from the
that's a good hindsight.
hindsight,
you know?
but fuck that. At the time, I was like, man, I'm from the streets. Fuck you. So he was like, yo, fuck you. I had somebody over here shoot this bitch up. And immediately, I just went into so I grabbed his throat. I was like, yo, I will fucking, what the fuck is wrong with you? So I grabbed him. His man's like, yo, leave him alone. Leave him alone.
He sounds like you're choking him.
I'm like, fuck him. Yeah, he's definitely, he's gone. Eric Garner, I'm gone. I'm on his ass. So we trip over a bench. I fall over on him. I'm like, look, calm the fuck down. He's like, all right, you good. You got it. I said, all right, cool. I let him go.
Never.
I said, hey, man, are you all right? He looked me dead in the face. He said, nah, I'm good. Boop! Popped me in my fucking eye.
Oh.
So now I felt my eye starting to swell. You know how you get hit and you starting to feel shit swell up at the same time?
Yeah. You get
So
little
I'm talking to this motherfucker, and as I'm talking to him, I'm seeing this eye get a little blurry. Because this motherfucker's close. This one's gonna swallow my shit. So I was like, oh, all right. So I go to the car to go get my shoes. As soon as I go to the car to get my shoes, the motherfucker said, he got a gun. Runs off. We get back up to the dorm, and him, his boy, and his other man fucked me up. Jumped me. In the building, jumped me. And then at that point, I just played victim. I was like, they fucking whooped my ass.
Yeah. You're in job protection mode?
Mind you, I'm in work with gold teeth,
Yeah.
no drawers, flip-flops on,
Oh, yeah.
looking like a fucking sucker. And I just got my ass whooped by two 18-year-olds. I don't even think I've ever told nobody I got my ass whooped by two 18-year-olds. Shout out to y'all. I hope y'all doing better in life now. But that was...
Yeah.
They definitely fucked me up. And,
You're a good dude.
like I said, you got to take your L's. But what I learned from that L is like, look, no matter how old you are, you ain't never too old to get your ass whooped.
Yo, dude.
Yeah.
100%.
That's sage
But
advice.
also, and what I've learned from this podcast is don't just go around disrespecting any old dude because you don't know if that motherfucker was boxing for 30 years. Yo, dude, we talked to a couple of old dudes, men in their 60s and 70s.
They still
former
got it.
champs. They will fucking
still
eat your lunch, bro.
Yeah.
They still got it.
Think about what we're just talking about. Rigby.
Bob Rigby, yeah, the guy.
Rigby's one of them.
This guy came at my buddy's dad. Bob's got to be 70 now. He was on the
Right.
podcast, and he's a 70-year-old man. This guy who's 40 takes a run at him. There's some personal situation.
I mean,
but-
you could tell the personal situation. You told it on the podcast.
did I?
70
Oh, yeah.
years old. God.
Yeah,
Rigby was pegging this guy's ex, and this guy felt the way that his ex was getting banged out by a 70-year-old man. And then he went to do something about it.
He took a run at him at the Tim Hortons, which is the Canadian Dunkin', and he just
Tim Hortons.
guy took a run at him, and Bobby just went bop, knocked him out cold. One
Night,
punch.
night.
One
Yo,
punch.
you know what's crazy? Yo, imagine you find out your wife's getting her asshole beat in. And then you gonna run up and say something to the nigga that was beating her asshole in and get your asshole beat?
Oh,
Yep.
That's
Yo, dude, this is a funny story. Not on that level, but similarly, I was telling my kid, she's like, Daddy, tell me a story.
I don't know where this is
No,
going.
no, but it's at night. It's always like a new bedtime.
I don't know where this is going, but it's that night.
It's always a bedtime story, right? And I was like, oh, I never told you this story. I go, when I was probably your age, 9, I had a little girlfriend. One day, my girlfriend was talking to another boy, and I went up to that boy and I said, hey, don't talk to my girlfriend. And that boy punched me right in the face. And then my kid goes, that's what you get for talking to some other girl that isn't mummy. I go, Mary, that was 30 years ago. And she goes, you could have waited. So funny. Oh, shit. Yo, this is a good episode.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, that was
is
a
awesome.
fucking ton of fun, dude. Please, let me know when you're going to New York.
Mm-hmm.
We got that monthly. We'll put you down.
Well,
I don't need your schedule right now.
No,
but
me and my boy,
but
we
let me
definitely
know.
heading out there. Definitely heading out there.
Cool.
My road dog.
All right, sweet.
Yo, Big D, what else happening? Where can they follow you? What's happening?
Definitely check me out on Instagram at official Big D Comedy. Check me out on YouTube on Big D Comedy.
Cool.
That's the Big D Comedy is all social media. And I'm outside, man. Right now, I'm plotting. I'm plotting on the album.
Nice.
You know, that's the next step for me. I did
Hell yeah.
I think I've done mostly everything I could do here in Boston. It's mainly just hitting the road. So you see me in a city near you. I'll be East Coast right now, Florida, the Maine.
Cool.
And just check me out. Check out the website, bigdcomedy.com. Got merch, all types of shit. I'm out here.
Cool. All right.
Awesome.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, thanks. That was great.
Thanks, Tyler. John Moses.